I spent over $72,000 on a coaching program with a business partner of mine, all because of context. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how you can use context to increase your ROAS, increase your profitability, drive down sales cycles, increase collection rate, as well as turn your salespeople into cashiers. I want you to think about context as if you're buying something on Amazon. You're going to scroll through the pages, you're going to click on a product. Immediately, what are you going to do? 9 times out of 10, if you're like me, you go and you look at the reviews. Is it a 4-star? Is it a 5-star? How many are there? And you open it up. Then you look at how many are 1-star. What did the 1-stars say? What do the 3-stars say? What do the 5-stars say? Once you've decided, okay, the reviews look good, then you might move on to the product description or the images in the video. Only once you have consumed enough context surrounding the product will you make the decision to buy. It blows my mind that majority of people running ads or building funnels out there on the internet do not understand the power of context when running ads or when building a marketing funnel. Context is what allows the consumer to make the decision. And if you've seen the trust recession video on my channel, you know that we are not living in a day and age where there's a trust recession. Rather, we are living in a day of high market sophistication. And so you must address two aspects: the individual's situation, as well as your level of competency to be the person that can give them the result they are looking for. Situational based context is essentially speaking to who you are selling. For example, if I'm running an ad, selling ad services, or people looking to run ads for their info business, is your ROAS below a 2x? Are you struggling to run a profitable campaign? This is Susie. She's a mom of 2. She ran a profitable campaign after X, Y, and Z, and then I'm going to push that off to Susie. Are your sales cycles longer than 4 weeks on a product under 5K? Are you struggling to collect PIFs on your calls? Here's a tip on how to do that with leveraging the Facebook Pixel. Speaking to the individual's situation. The other aspect of this is competency. This is when I will more so speak about my depth of knowledge. For example, this video is perfect when it comes to competency. I'm not speaking to someone that has necessarily a problem or a specific type of individual. I am articulating a concept that proves I know what I am talking about when it comes to managing budgets above $5,000 a day. That is the difference in the two types of context. You need to do both to see success. Because again, if I am a buyer and I click on your ad and I say, I'm curious to learn more from X, Y, and Z about how they can help me with A, B, and C. Again, what are some of the questions that go through people's minds? Have they helped someone like me? Do they know what they're talking about? Again, we want to address the individual situation that we are selling to. We also want to prove that we are competent. Now, how do we do that? We do that through things called trust assets. Trust assets are resources that you can distribute to your potential prospects pre and post call to nurture them prior to closing the deal. These can be things like YouTube videos, stuff you're watching right now. These are things that we will distribute to prospects as they're going through the buying cycle. Spreadsheets, let's say you're running a real estate offer. These can be financial models, calculators, right? Different tools that people can use in their journey, even like a checklist. For example, I could send off one that's like, here's how to launch a webinar step by step. Simple tools. Mini courses. We do this with another real estate investing client of ours. It's like a 4-part, 4-hour-long mini course. Again, you can use this as a low-ticket product. You can use this as a trust asset to nurture. Same thing with setting calls and education calls. What we actually do inside of the agency is we build an entire Rolodex, and I recommend anybody do this, where sales reps can pull on assets based on concerns. So for example, if you're in a DM setting conversation, or you're on a phone call with Susie, and Susie's like, hey, I just don't know if this will work for me. You can start scrolling through the trust asset document, pull on a YouTube video or a testimonial video of someone that is just like Susie, or of someone that has the same concerns as Susie, or give them a YouTube video that handles an objection, right? All of your content that you should be producing, if you want to make money, should be a trust asset. It should address a concern or an unknown an individual has when it comes to running ads or whatever your offer may be. In my case, running ads. If you create these assets and you create a trust asset index or trust asset log, whatever you want to call it, again, you can reference these things and send them to potential prospects. Mastering trust assets is extremely important because, like I said, what it does, it provides context. It allows me to show that, hey, I understand your situation. I'm competent in this field. This is why I am the best choice. The other thing too is, let's take an example of situation. I can say, hey, I know what you're looking at, and that's just not the right way to go because X, Y, and Z. You can address their situation not just from a what are the problems I'm dealing with, but what other options are they entertaining. So the number one thing that you need to understand is how to apply context. If you can apply context to your ad funnels, to your ad strategies, and to your even organic marketing, you will close more deals. Start by building out these trust assets, build out that master trust asset log, and then create content that, again, situation-based, competency-based. You will close more deals, you will increase your ROAS, increase profitability, decrease sales cycles, and absolutely crush it going into Q4 of 2025 so that you make the most money possible with paid ads. If you're looking for help with this type of thing, there's going to be a link down below. You can apply to work with the agency, or just check out some of the YouTube content. I'll be putting out stuff like this all the time going forward so that you guys are best armed to run profitable ads in 2025 going into 2026.